Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday. Y'all, it's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Giovanni, and I got another special guest. She looks familiar. Nayetta.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me again.
Y'all, so I am the host of the Empowered Plate, Empowered Lives podcast. Episode 46 dropped yesterday. Pain to Power with Coach L. Coach Laura Speaks, y'all. That has been the most recent episode on the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. Make sure you look in the description and check out the podcast on any of your favorite podcast distribution platforms. And then if you're watching on YouTube, the playlist is already right here. So make sure you like, you subscribe, and you tune in to the podcast. Nayetta.
Hi, everyone. So today I'm also streaming to the Activity Playhouse. So hi, Facebook and YouTube on the Activity Playhouse. But I'm Nayetta, the mom playologist. I help stay-at-home mom teach their little ones under 5 in a fun and engaging way so that, you can become stress-free and promote a little bit of independent play to get you a little bit of, me time or hot cup of coffee, whatever you need. I'm here for you. I'm your playful friend, so to speak, virtual playful friend. So that's me.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for joining me again.
No
Now, so
problem.
we're going to go ahead and check in. We're going to do our wellness check-in, y'all. So the question is, how do you take care of you? How do you take care of you? So if you are watching this right now, I want you to make sure you put that answer in the comments. How do you take care of you? How do you show up and take care of you? Now you got your drink. Let's cheers it up. Let's tap
I
into this
do. So my mug says embrace the mess. Cheers.
Ooh, come to embrace the mess. So this is my first time drinking some aloe vera mango flavored. So we're gonna see how this goes.
It's good usually.
And it is. I'm not really I'm not really a pulp person.
I was gonna say besides if you don't like the chunks, but yeah, outside of the chunks, it's good.
But it's good. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
real chunks of
Mm-hmm.
mango. Now you
Mm-hmm.
don't taste like nothing extra. All right, so now how do you take care of you?
Woo! I take care of myself in the smallest way possible. And I know a lot of people won't agree with that because I do so much for so many people in my life. Um, I am the number one person for a lot of people in my circle. So for me, it's simple. Like I've started a hobby that doesn't require any commitment from me, meaning like it's a hobby that I could make money from, but I'm choosing not to. So I started knitting. So Janae Aiko in knitting is my thing right now. I take care of myself. Because I'm challenging my mind to make different things because not knitting, I'm crocheting and it's not easy so that's one of the things so that's one of the things that I take care of myself, just to have a mental load of thinking of no decision making, no commitment, but I'm challenging myself to do something new, which is always fun for me. And then another way is on Sundays, I make sure and it's still it's not a lot, y'all. It's not like I go to the spa and all that stuff, but it's my self-care Sundays. I still go with that. I know it was a trend a few years back, but I still go with that. So I make sure I do a body scrub, a face scrub. I suck my feet, do a little at-home pedicure, and just have a little bit of me time. So that's how I take care of myself on a daily basis.
Absolutely love that. I think you gave some people some really good ideas of what they could do. I did crocheting back in the day. My brothers, their grandma used to crochet, so I used to try
Mm.
to do it, and I say
Yeah.
try because I really wasn't doing it, but it was a good attempt. I don't even remember if I made anything out of that. What's up? Oh shoot! Make sure you tell us how you take care of you, how you show up for
Yeah, tell
yourself
us
every
some.
day in the comments. Oh shoot. And anybody else that may be watching. I'm gonna have to say, girl, I feel like you might already know, but You know I'm a foodie. So how
Yeah.
I take care of me every day is I'm gonna make sure I get something good to eat. So I am a absolute foodie and I am loving my plant-based journey. What inspired me to go on this plant-based journey was health reasons. And the more I got on the journey and I got deeper and deeper into it, I started really learning a lot more about food and the benefits and the functional way that it helps your body with healing. And so it's stage 4 endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, fibroids at the time of my surgery, and adenomyosis on the left side. Man, I started this plant-based journey, Nayetta, and my periods have been a whole new experience, like a whole new experience. And that's how I just take care of me every single day. Like I do not want to be in debilitating pain. And so I am mindful of what I eat. And so today I had this absolutely amazing Caesar salad that had like this mushroom on it. It was like a local lion's mane type of mushroom. But then they also had this chicken on the wood mushroom. Girl, when I tell you this mushroom was so freaking good, it was out of this world. I had to get extra some of those because they didn't come on my plate. I had extra some of those to add to. Matter of fact, let me show you my. Let me get my plate.
Okay.
Let me get my leftover. It's not gonna look like what it did on my original plate. But let me just show you this leftover right quick. Hold on, so you can see. Oh.
Not licking the fingers. Okay, so is it some beef?
This is the chicken on the wood mushroom.
Okay. Is that what is that in it? Is that beets or is it red cabbage?
Red cabbage, girl. How I show up for myself every day is in a good food experience with good food that's good for me to reverse symptoms of those chronic conditions I have had experiences with. So that's what I do. That is
You know
what
what
I
I
do.
love, Joe?
What you love, Nayetta?
I love how you make anything sound so good because you were finger licking just in awe talking about this mushroom on the wood chicken. So you make it sound so good. And for y'all, I'm not vegan whatsoever. But when I say Giovanni has I think about her in the grocery store because she makes everything sound so good. She makes everything sound so good. So I love how she shows up for herself, but also her showing up for herself inspires others, including my whole household.
Girl, I feel like once you get you some mushroom, chicken on the wood mushroom, Dion gonna transform that mushroom in his air fryer like it ain't nothing. Like y'all not gonna need the real chicken no more the way Dion chefs it up in there. So that's just how I feel about it.
Dion is my 4-year-old. He cooks.
And Dion know how to cook. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna definitely get into that when we start talking about our who, our what, and our why. But all shoot said, I love the home self-care Sunday with the scrubs. I need to find a day to incorporate it in my life. Thanks for sharing. Okay.
Oh, you're welcome. It took a lot. It took a lot, but I'm intentional about it. And it's good for your body because you're connecting with yourself in like a non-sexual way. So and then you're also just very and you're getting the dead skin off your body at the same time, but it does something for me. It's almost like the grounding experience, like if you're playing with mud or if you're just putting your feet in the grass, it does something to me. So that's something that I decided to incorporate.
And I would just say, oh shoot, just do it. One day when you feel like you just want to love on yourself, just do it. Let that be the day that you get your scrub on and you just make it happen for you. And next time you feel it, do it again that next day. And I love that you
shower anyway.
And I always say, I don't even tell people I'm going in the shower. I'm about to say I'm about to get into the spa. I'm about to have some spa time, and that's just what it is. And you really have to that cleansing time as a time to really just care for you, not just a task or something that you just have to get done. I mean, it does help with hygiene, but at the end of the day, it could definitely be a relaxing, spiritual and mental type of vibe. Like I remember having someone on the podcast, I think it was my Lyra, and she was talking about getting in the shower. And when she's in the shower, all the stress, the worries, the things of the day that she's already feeling like, she allows it to just rinse right off of her and go into the drain of the shower right with it. And she doesn't get out the shower with her and start her day with all of that. Like she allows it to just be released. So I would definitely say, find that time for you. And I think the more you find time for you, the more you're going to find yourself loving you in ways that you didn't even know you could love yourself. All right, so all shoots that I take care of me by finding times to get outside of my role as a mother and get back to doing something I love. I'm not on a schedule with anything, but I will wake up and decide this is my day. I know that's every day is your day, y'all. So right now, if you haven't already, please like this video. If you're watching on Nayetta's Facebook or her YouTube, make sure you slide over and make sure you like her Facebook page and you subscribe to her YouTube channel. If you are following underneath my YouTube or Facebook, please make sure you like the Facebook page and follow it as well as on YouTube. We appreciate you supporting our small businesses with big hearts. Thank you for being a part of our movement, and it's all free. You just got to do a couple of little taps on the screen. That's all we ask for you. All right, Nayetta, you ready? We got to get our wellness win real quick, and we'll dive into this conversation. So what is your wellness win? And I can go first since you went first the last time while you think about your wellness.
I appreciate it.
I got you. My wellness win, y'all, for the week is I didn't get not one live, but 2 Nourish and Flourish Vibe lives on my trip in Minneapolis that I took recently. And y'all, the chefs were amazing. The food was amazing. But most importantly, they were just happy that I was there promoting their experience. And I got to do some interviews on the spot. Days 128, 129, and 30 on my raw journey. And I'm gonna say a high raw journey because there might be a few items that come in that are not fully raw, and so I don't want the food police to write me a ticket on there. But remember, it's my pain to power, it's my healing, it's my journey. I make the rules to this thing, but high raw food have been absolutely amazing. And so being able to have those experiences with those 2 chefs this week and be able to go live in their establishments have been absolutely amazing. And it's been a good vibe. And like one restaurant, Nayetta, while you're looking to your thing, she knew Chef Maul. Chef Maul had went there, and I was able to say, hey, I interviewed Chef Maul on the Empire Plates, Empire Lives podcast. That was my first plant-based chef. And she was like, yeah, he was just here recently, and he really enjoyed the menu. It was a different type of menu that was there, but they were really plant-based, infused, and thriving. But it was really nice to be able to say that I've had experience with other plant-based chefs and them being in the podcast space and me being able to have their foods and then being able to meet other people that they know too and just learning from other people in their journey. So I would say my wellness win is just continuing to be inspired by others and enjoying great plant-based creations and experiences while on this journey and having people willing to talk to me all about it. So I'm excited. And I think this Nourish and Flourish Vibes is definitely going to go like global. We're just tasting plant-based all the way around. So that's my wellness win. What you got, Nayetta?
Wellness win. I hope you are 128 days, and you just up and decided to do it. And you were only supposed to do it for 30 days, right?
It was 3 days. Me and Shireen were supposed to do it. 3 days. Yeah, 3 days.
You said you and Shireen?
It was supposed to be me and Shireen.
That's right. Yeah.
The first day she had some chicken in a salad.
Yeah, her chicken fried rice. Shireen, we miss you.
We do. She found a good salad out of that experience, though, and that's what it's all about: finding new experiences when you're challenging yourself. to see things differently. And my relationship with food has totally shifted, and I love it because it's still good, you know. And I think a lot of times we don't really pay attention to that relationship with food, and being able to use food as a healing vehicle has been a whole vibe. And so it's good. But we're gonna get into that. Go ahead, Naya, to tell us your wellness
No, I
win.
want to say one more thing. I think you should create a list of the different things that you tried to let other people know. Because when I think of raw, like you eat out, and the people that cook it really know what they're doing. Well, I cook at home, so I'm like, I don't know what this raw will look like. And there's not a lot of recipes out there and stuff like that. So like um the wood mushroom chicken thing, like that's not something that we would just normally find. So I would be curious to see how that looks, so that you can help others and continue to inspire others. So
I'm with you, girl. I don't even think chicken on the wood mushroom is out there for any and everybody to try. I think it was like some exotic mushroom stuff that you got to find the right people to try to get it. Like that's what it was sounding like in there. But
okay. Well, my wellness win doesn't necessarily involve me. It impacts me, but it doesn't involve me. And it was getting my husband to go to the doctor against his will, because we know it's, well, not really against his will. I made the appointment. But he went by himself and all the other stuff. But it's just so hard to get a black man to go to the doctor. So just getting him to go to the doctor, and it wasn't as hard as it has been in the past. It was hey, you probably ain't had a physical, you need to make an appointment. And he went. So I know it sounds so simple, but it's hard. And I feel like it's in their DNA, because my oldest is 11, and he got to a point to where he didn't want to go to the doctor. Sir, this all you know. So I don't know. It's something that's embedded in them, I feel like. But yeah, outside of the shots, he's getting to the stage of not wanting to go to the doctor. So the wellness win was for the house of my husband going to the doctor, showing the boys that it's okay to go to the doctor, because we have a lot of black men out here hurting their pride, the body, the ego, and all that other stuff. So him going to the doctor was the wellness win for our household.
I absolutely love that. I mean, he's the man of the house. You know, that's the
Mhm.
big role that he plays. So his vitality is vital to how far the family can actually even go. So grateful that he was able to get out of his own way and just go show up to the appointment, to get the knowledge, just to be able to know what is going on with his body. So then that way he can be empowered to make whatever decisions he needs and figure out the avenue for him in regards to his healing. And I like that. I like that he was able to do that, model that for the family. But then in actuality, just to know what's happening, because once you know what's happening in your family, you're more aware of what is going on, you know,
Mhm.
and then you can start doing some things differently. I know, being back at home, people say, oh, well, this runs in my family. This runs in my family. This runs in my family. And what you start to realize is that it's not necessarily a condition or a disease that's running in your family. It's how you're living. The lifestyle is what's
Runs
running
in
in
the
your family.
family.
And
Yep.
when you start changing some of the lifestyle approaches of things that your family typically didn't do, then you start seeing that you can actually be that shift for your family. And honestly, I think that you're on a great path, but Dion, being that he just loves dealing with food, is going to really be able to push the envelope a little bit more for your family to even having a different relationship with food, just because he likes trying different things. And once you're able to see what's going on in our bodies in this household, what foods will be best, then Dion's going to create those experiences. And I think that's what's going to be the biggest movement of it all. So I think that's what I feel. All right, so let's get into this thing. You ready? Anybody else in the chat? Make sure you tell us your wellness win so we can celebrate you. All right, so we can celebrate you. So the who, what, and why is what we're talking about today. Who, what, and why. And we're actually talking about our own brands. all right, our own brands, our personal and business brands, who, what, and why. So who is pretty much our target audience. Who are we here to serve? Who do we feel like our movement is for? Nayetta, what are you thinking? What's the name of your brand and who is it really for at the heart and soul?
So the brand is the Activity Playhouse. The podcast is Let Kids Play. And it is for moms at home, whether you work from home, stay at home, and then even moms that, work a 9 to 5 and they're at home with their kids on the weekends. It's to show moms how to connect with their little ones and teach them to reach their milestones and developmental goals before kindergarten, because we're our kids' first teachers. And a lot of moms, like how it started. First of all, the Activity Playhouse came from my niece. She calls my house the activity house. So I was like, okay, the Activity Playhouse. You do it all at Auntie House. And that include my friends' kids as well. Like, they coming over your house because they want to do slime. They not doing slime in my house. So the Activity Playhouse was formed for there, but I found other moms asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that? So I'm like, okay, there's a message that I need to put out. Like it's simple in my mind, but other moms aren't understanding it. And it's simple stuff like I've had a mom ask me, how do I teach a 2-year-old to jump? And it's not rocket science, but I felt like there once I started putting the information out there, I realized there was a disconnect between what the CDC was telling parents to do when you go for your visit with your kids and stuff versus what the schools were telling the parents that they need to do for their kids in kindergarten. So I wanted to start not just showing activities, because a lot of people show activities and they're cute and they're fun, but the science and the process, the thinking process behind those activities and why those activities are important. So I wanted to bridge that gap to educate the parents. So we play with the kids when we do in-person events and stuff like that. But behind the scenes and the digital part of the brand and the business is to educate the parents, because the parents just don't know. And I'm finding a lot of parents get into kindergarten, where the kids get into kindergarten, and then the schools is like, oh, we need to retain them. Oh, they don't know this, they don't know that. And the parent is like shocked, now they're stressed because they don't want their baby to get killed back. They're feeling mom guilt, all that stuff. So that's where I come in at, to alleviate some of that stress.
Okay. All right. So ultimately, you are for the parents in trying to educate their children through pay, because you don't want the children to be held back or retained, and you want them to get all of the necessary skills they can get, and they can do that through simple activities at home that just have them implementing play.
Yes, and not even, it's past kindergarten, because if you play with your little ones, it's teaching them life skills as well. Like you've been talking about Dion, cooking and stuff like that. Again,
And Dion is how old?
4. He's 4. He's been cooking since he was 2. My 11-year-old can cook. My 7-year-old, she can cook, she can sew, she can crochet, she can do hair. I don't know what she can't do. She can do nails, and all of that is just from us playing and doing different, things around the house. But it teaches them life skills.
I love it. I love it. So for me, Forward Vibrations is the wellness brand, and it was created to be a movement forward for those with endometriosis, polycystic ovary syndrome, adenomyosis. They did find 2 fibroids, so I also keep fibroids as a part of the conversation as well. At the time of my surgery in March 2020. And so it was really for people who have been diagnosed or undiagnosed, but exhibit a lot of those symptoms of chronic pain, pelvic pain, inability to lose weight easily. That's a big thing for people with PCOS.
Joe, can you break down what those are? Endometriosis, PCOS, and stuff like that?
Yeah, sure thing. So endometriosis is where the lining, when you have your period and the lining of the uterus starts to be released, it also like now comes back and starts growing on your uterus. And then you have like these chocolate cysts that are now showing up outside of the uterus instead of into the uterus, that starts causing a lot of pain. and could also start having organs. Like my fallopian tubes were stuck together. I had a large cyst on my right ovary. Cysts were covering my bladder, my bowels, my appendix. So it was everywhere for me, which was why it was stage 4, because of how much the cysts were covering so many different organs. I had no idea that was even going on. For me, polycystic ovary syndrome, my 2 main things was like facial hair. So kind of a part of my family, so I thought it was normal. Period, bowel movement pain. Like when my period would come on and trying to pass the bowel movement, excruciating. Like I would have to put my hands on the wall, do deep breathing just to pass a bowel movement. That's not normal. Unexplained weight gain. I wasn't always eating the weight I was eating now, but weight kind of just fluctuating and just being really big, and then kind of slowly coming down when I exercise. And sometimes things that I would do would work, and sometimes it wouldn't work. I was doing a lot of high intensity with polycystic ovary syndrome, and with irregular periods was my second symptom with polycystic ovary syndrome. My period didn't come every month. Sometimes it would come maybe every 2 months. One time I didn't have a period for 3 months, and people would always say, oh, it's just stress, or oh, it was something you might have ate. Missing your period any time of the month is not normal. Having a period for months at a time is not normal. And so adenomyosis is the site of endometriosis, but in the pelvic muscle, abdominal pelvic muscle wall. And so it's actually in the muscle area. So it's a little bit, I would say, more excruciating pain, debilitating pain.
It sounds like it.
Even though endometriosis as a whole is already painful. So I never want to belittle anyone's pain when it comes to endometriosis, because it is a big issue. Like it is really big. People are on like narcotics just to try to get through life, everyday type of skills just to navigate with the type of pain that they're experiencing. So it's a big issue that people are talking about more. But those are kind of like the things, the conditions, and some of the symptoms that people are experiencing that are not normal. And so with the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast, I wanted to create a space where I could hold a safe space for people to share their journey of strength with endometriosis, polycystic ovary syndrome, adenomyosis, fibroids, or any other health condition, because so many symptoms people pass off as normal or thinking that it's just okay, and they never follow back up. They never investigate. They never really dig a little deeper to figure out what is happening, let alone getting to the root of it, so then they could start making some shifts to be on their own healing journey. And so that is why I created the podcast, is so we can learn so much about it, because so many people have different experiences with these conditions and they don't look alike at all. And so that's why I wanted to have that safe space. And the brand was because I was told that in endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome, a lot of times those are inflammatory conditions. So if you start living a more anti-inflammatory lifestyle, a lot of those symptoms could be reversed and eliminated. And so I started my healing journey being more intentional about it in regards to mindset, managing my stress, being resilient. And then I started eating different foods, and I started seeing how they had me having different types of period experiences. It had me not feeling as much pain, not bloated, after I started taking certain things like sugar and high processed foods and stuff out of my diet. Dairy, oh my God, I love me some good cheese. Eggs out of my diet. Like just taking it out and seeing how vibrant I felt and how good I felt and how my body just felt so good. I started to love myself in a different way. And I was just like, you know what? A lot of people are so upset with their bodies. And they're having a hard time embracing them and loving them because of all the things they were going through with these conditions. I wanted to be a light. I wanted to be a vibe, to shift those people into natural ways of healing if they were open to it. And I'm not for the people who want a quick fix. And there are a lot of people who just want a quick fix because they're tired of living the way they've been living and dealing with the things they've been dealing, because not a lot of times we're finding people get effective treatment within the traditional healthcare system. And so with holistic practices, people are starting to embrace them and starting to see relief. And so I wanted to be a part of that movement. So that is who I am for.
I
So
love
that's
that.
that's our who. That's our
I love
who.
that. I love that. And the quick fix is just a whole society thing within itself. And I won't go too deep, but I hope when you get to your 1 year anniversary, you truly share your journey, because you wasn't always raw, you wasn't always vegan, you wasn't always holistic. Like I truly hope you share the good, the bad, and the ugly of your journey, so that people so that people know that, like, oh, she just saying it because she's always been vegan, she's always been raw. No, it's been a journey for you, and it's been beautiful to see the transition, because you was vegan when I met you, and then now you're raw. So it's like, and you're trying stuff outside your box because you don't like certain textures and stuff too. So I say all that to say, Joe, I know your who would want to hear how you started, because it's not easy for you. And I will say you make it look very easy and fun. Like, they need to know where you started from, because
I'm mad that I make it look easy, because listen here, I don't have these chefs on speed dial. Most of the time I can't get to them to the weekend, and every weekend I ain't got the money for them. But my food doesn't always turn out like theirs, but it definitely it's just doing it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's the way I show up for myself. And sometimes it's just an experiment. Mostly that's what I say. It's an experiment. I don't call myself a chef at all, but I just be throwing some stuff together. But I would definitely consider showing people or explaining what it's really all about. But I left this off for you. Life skills are so important to teach children early on. And it is. It is definitely. So now, Nayada, we got into your who. Now we can get into the what. And you kind of talked about it a little bit, your what. Of what do you actually enjoy doing, and what is it that people are able to get from you in regards to how you show up with your brand.
I talked about this a little bit the last time you had me on, but I love seeing the kids learn. I love seeing their wheels turn. I love seeing how their mind works, how creative they get. Like, that's what I love. I love it for my kids. I love it. Like, there is no stranger when it comes to kids for me. I'm like a magnet. Like, they just are drawn to me. Like, we connect. So I love to see how I love to see how they learn. I love to see, like, some people call it an invitation to play, but I just love to put something from the kids and see what they're gonna do with it. See how they express themselves about what they like and don't like. And the reason I love it, because I grew up and I didn't have that. So I know we always talk about giving our kids the things that we didn't have. For me, it's beyond the materialistic stuff. I wasn't able to speak up and have a voice and have an opinion. Like, I'm a person, but growing up, I didn't have that option. I didn't have the option to cook with my mom. I wasn't allowed in the kitchen with my mom when she was there. She was there until we were like 9 or 10. But before that, I didn't have an option to cook with her and be in the kitchen. I didn't have an option to go to the grocery store and pick out, things that we could have for the house. So just seeing how the kids are, how they learn, how their mind works, because everyone talks about everyone is different. The kids are different, and they truly have their personality and who they are at a very young age. And sometimes us as parents and adults, we shift that, or we submerge that sometimes. We quiet their curiosity and things like that. So I just love to see the kids naturally be themselves and be free, because I see what the other side of it looks like. I'm not saying it's all good, because my kids' mouths are very smart, because of their background knowledge and the things that they know. So their negotiating skills are very well. I always joke and say sometimes when I'm negotiating with my kids, I feel like I'm negotiating with a terrorist because the negotiation skills are top tier. so so as a parent, it's not always cool, but I love to see it.
And you also are not just teaching them life skills and giving them things in play. You're also raising entrepreneurs. You know, you have
I
kidpreneurs as well.
am.
Being able for them to have those strong negotiation skills already and be so knowledgeable about different things to be able to articulate that's brilliant. And I think you need to give yourself some credit for that, Nayetta, because you know a lot of times people, adults in business and in life, have a hard time learning negotiation skills and articulating and having hard conversations. And so, for your kids to be what age? 11.
11, 7, and 4.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say 11, 7, and 4. That's big, and so I think the things that you're doing are very, very instrumental in the humans that you're creating that are definitely going to cause a shift in the world that they're in because they're already doing so. And so your what is definitely creative, it's fun, but it's definitely nothing to overlook. That's something that's just play. You know what I mean? Because I think it's valuable. I don't think I know it is. So as a teacher and not a stay-at-home mom, I know how important it is for kids to be engaged in what it is that they're doing and understanding the why behind it. But if kids aren't at the center of it all and you have other things that are outliers and you look and focus on those things, you're going to miss it. And the kids are going to miss out on what's really there for them that's going to benefit them as they continue to evolve. And like Ashut said, I think a lot of times adults forget that children are human.
Yes.
They forget that they are human, and you just want them to, you know, robotically do what you say do when you want them to do it, and that they can be easily manipulated. But you should want to grow a child that can think for themselves and want to be curious about what is happening in the world and the why and the how. And so for you to be advocates for stay-at-home moms or parents and just wanting your kids to be engaged and getting all of the life skills, motor skills, fine skills, auto skills, negotiation skills to do what you need to do, I think that's brilliant. And you definitely have a place to provide or supply a need for generations to come, let alone parents who really want to show up and be parents. If I could say that.
No, say it. They need to hear it. They need to hear it. And it's I don't want to make it sound little with what I do. If I'm being honest, sometimes I don't say it because I don't want people to think I'm up on this like high horse, like my kids are perfect, like I'm perfect. I still yell sometimes. I may even cuss sometimes. But it's just, like my kids aren't perfect. It's a day by day of how do I want to raise them and how do I want them to operate in the world, whether I'm here or not. So I don't try to belittle the things that they're learning. And I'm appreciative that they're open to the things and how our lifestyle is. But I kind of hold back a little bit because I don't want people to think that I'm talking because we are so outside of the norm. I don't want people to think I'm talking above them when I'm not.
But I think for the people who need you, they hear you and they're gravitating towards you and they're going to ask you for the help that they need, and they're not going to think about where you're coming at with talking to them because you're just showing up to be able to help them, but you're first doing it for you and your family. And I think that's what it means. And that's the same thing for me. So what I do is I am empowering, I'm motivational, I'm here to be empathetic, and I'm here to shift your thoughts, your feelings, and beliefs in regards to what those symptoms look like, in regards to chronic pain, in regards to mental and emotional distress, in regards to how you just love yourself. And so I call it my M to the third degree healing empowerment formula. And that's mindset, mindful eating, and movement. And with those three things, just taking you on your own journey, empowering you on your own journey, to exploring what that looks like for you, how you show up for yourself every single day. How do you prioritize you? How do you build those resilient skills? How do you find the right foods that respond to your body the right way? And then how do you create those food experiences on a regular, to be able to show up for you, love you, and then see those symptoms be reversed, so you have a more vibrant life. And then moving that body. Sometimes people underestimate that a lot of time the pain that you feel is in regards to not moving or not moving the right way. And there's healing in movement. And so those three together is my M to the third degree healing empowerment formula. It's what propelled me on my journey. And I just want to be able to help other people. And so that's my healing formula. That's how I like to show up. And it's your healing journey. And so I am just here to help you navigate and explore your mindset, your mindful eating, and your movement to what works best for you. So it is definitely an individualized approach to helping you explore that. And it's just exciting to be able to see people actually start living less painful days, and just seeing how they just like to show up for them, and they start loving themselves instead of hating that they're in so much pain all the time, because that can just be depressing, and so also just asking the right questions when you go to the doctor, and so that way you can explore different options for yourself. And that's a big part right there, being your own advocate and being able to empower people to advocate for themselves when they do go to the doctor, because there are things that are not normal that doctors or the healthcare system is saying is normal, and it is not normal. And so when you know what's not normal, you're able to better advocate for yourself and find a community. And that's another thing, being able to have a community where people are able to be empathetic and compassionate, but also help you navigate those resources in order to help you get the help that you deserve to get. And so that, with the podcast and within the coaching program, I think it's just a dynamic duo. So our why, Naya,
it is. Yep. I think
why.
Your coaching program would be essential, because when you say community and having that person to help you navigate the doctors, because let's just be real, depending on your insurance and depending on the color of your skin or even your gender, they will brush you off within a heartbeat. So I think that's really cool that not only you focus on you as in the person, because you're not pushing your journey on them, you're letting them experience their own journey, but also navigating them and helping them through the medical system that we all just, I think that's critical, because a Facebook community helped me navigate Dion having asthma and what to talk to the doctors about, so that I no longer have to be in the ER every weekend because no one was listening to me. So I think that's really cool. And I hope that I know they're appreciated, but I hope that more people, as they listen and learn to know you even more, if they're having issues with, PCOS and endometriosis, that they tap into your coaching programs to help now, because you don't have to do it alone. You're here to help. So I just wanted to say that.
I appreciate that, Naya. That's what we are here. It's a movement, baby. And we're here to serve more than anything else. All right. So our why.
Why I do it?
Our why. Yeah. Why are you so needed? Why are you so needed in order to address the problems that you're solving in regards to your target audience? Yep. Why do you do what you do?
I don't think I'm needed. I think I'm required.
Hold that talk. Because you are. Come on.
You just threw me off.
I'm sorry, because you are required.
Judge, now I'm usually shy and nervous, and she just threw me off. Now I'm scared to talk.
Don't be scared. You required. Come on. You know you are.
I feel like I'm required because we don't have anyone advocating for the moms. Like it's always you're just a stay-at-home mom. Girl, you more than that. You are more than that. And people talk about how moms wear many hats, and it's nothing against a working mom. It's nothing against a work from home mom, work outside. Being a mom is hard in general, but I will say I've been all three. And stay at home mom is just a little bit different. So I'm not belittling or talking about any other mom, but the stay at home mom. And I'm not criticizing any other mom, but the stay at home mom, it's different. So I'm here to be an advocate because there's not a lot of stay-at-home moms that look like me. That's number one. I'm usually the only one in the group. And so forming a community just around that within itself to let a mom know, like, you're not alone. When I was doing the coaching, just to get on a video call and your kid is bouncing off the wall, and for you to hear me say, it's okay, mine doing X, Y, and Z too. Like it's refreshing. It's refreshing to have someone that relates and understands not only being a stay-at-home mom, but understanding your culture and not coming at you saying, girl, you need to go get a job, this, that, what you gonna do? Like, that's what we usually hear. And on top of the stay-at-home mom, how to navigate multiple kids while y'all in the house all day. How do you stay sane? How do you teach them and still have this loving connection with them and just not go in your room and get in your bed and hide up under covers? So that's that's why I say I'm required. And Giovanni knows this. Like I be ready to quit every day, y'all. Every day I be like, I'm about to quit. I don't want to do this no more. But
she's not quitting parenting. Not quitting parenting.
Oh,
she's
not
talking about the business.
Yeah, the business.
The business side, helping all the other parents stay thriving like
Yeah,
she is.
it's hard, It's hard. But hey, sports sense. But yes, I think about quitting the business almost every day because it is hard. But I know, like I said, I'm required because there's somebody out there that truly needs me. And I've been on this journey for quite some time. My friends have been pushing me since probably 2018. So I'm finally out here. I'm trying to stay out here because I don't really like I don't like the social media stuff, being a influencer and stuff like that. So I constantly tell myself it's somebody on the other end that needs to see that you are a stay-at-home mom, that needs to see that you are teaching your kids, needs to see that you have a connection with your kids, needs to see how you talk to your kids. Like they need to see all of this as a Black woman. So
I love that. And they do. So representation definitely matters. It's okay to feel like quitting parenting sometimes. And I just say give yourself some grace as a stay-at-home mom, as a full-time parent that might work all day and still have to take care of kids. Give yourself grace. Or those of us with PCOS, endometriosis, who are having fertility issues and you're navigating it and you really want the kids, still give yourself some grace because there are a lot of kids out here in the world that just need you to be loving and caring. And so it could be a niece, it could be a nephew, it could be students in a classroom. It could just be kids at a local community center that just need you to show up for them, love them, support them. So again, give yourself grace until you're able to get to the place that you're attempting to strive to. But I absolutely love that, Nayet. And I hope whenever you feel like, this social media part of the business is ghetto, because it is. And I'm still over here like, I don't even know what to do. Just keep doing it. Just keep being you, keep showing up as you. And I know our authentic vibes are going to attract the right people who need us to support them. My why is pretty much just being able to provide a comprehensive and empathetic approach to health and well-being, helping people navigate healthy habits and lifestyle changes, being optimistic and open to different experiences, just to show up every single day to love you, to reduce the pain points and the problems that you're occurring every single day. So that way you can start living a more vibrant life and know that you're at the center of it all. And so
No
that is,
judgment, no yelling at you.
come on, come on. All the way. And it's hard sometimes because people are used to seeing you the way they want to see you and what you're used to showing up as. So when you start really embracing a new journey, you need that sense of community. You need to make sure you understand your why to what you're doing. And when you start to feel better, you have to feed off of that momentum to keep going because it's making you feel better. And so the whole thing is to just keep the vibes moving forward in regards to your own healing journey and turning your pain into your power. And so that is my absolute why. And I love it. I like taking my life coach background, and I like taking my juice and smoothie therapy background and just being me and getting out here and doing a doggone thing. And me and Spencer out here moving and grooving or dancing, just because I love to move and groove. And it's good to get your endorphins flowing. It's good for your mental and emotional health as well as it is for your physical health. So just being able to do that M to the third degree healing empowerment formula and see how it translates into other people's lives in a more vibrant way, it's just exciting. And so that is my why.
I love, so I don't know, we have to get better with telling what we do and how we do it. So Giovanni is saying move, and she doesn't mean like this high intensity this crazy workout. Walking is what JoJo does. So it's simple. It's simple, and I just want that came to me, and I just want to say that because I hear you saying move, and for some reason I heard someone saying like I don't want to exercise, I don't want to do this, I'm in pain. How can I exercise? Walking helps a ton, and that's what JoJo does. She walks.
And walk. I didn't say jog. I didn't say sprint every now and then. I just walk. I
She
walk.
didn't say no gym.
Not at all. Did not say no gym at all. And then I also like to do like just yoga videos whenever I'm not walking. I don't even want to go outside to walk or the weather's not good. Turn on a yoga video. And with yoga, you're able to really find where your tense and the pain is, and you're being still and you're able to breathe. It's like showing up for you in simple forms of movement. And so just finding what works for you and navigating through that is what I love to see, because everybody's different and everybody's body responds to different things, which again is why I'm not for a quick fix person. I am someone who's willing, who has that mind open, that's willing to embrace the journey with different natural ways to really seeing how this healing journey can reverse symptoms that they're experiencing and how they can love themselves more and more each day. And so that's 4 vibrations for you, turning your pain into power with your healing, your journey. And we got Nayetta, the activity playhouse, with all the fun ways to play to stimulate your kids, and also the mom playologist with the Let Kids Play podcast. Y'all, it has been an absolute vibe. Now you gotta let them know what you got for them in the description of the video and what your call to actions are and where they can find you.
So you can find me on all social media platforms at the Activity Playhouse. There's links in my bios for you to click on the surveys to figure out if you're a supportive parent and helping your little ones meet their developmental goals and milestones before kindergarten and helping them thrive in life. I also have my Mommy and Me play activity books. It's over 100 activities in this book, and it's simple. Like one page I can show y'all real quick, give y'all a little sneak peek. I don't know if you can see because my lighting, but it pretty much is like a name art gallery. I tell you all the things that you need, which are around the house, 5 items or less, and each page has about 3 activities that you can do. So you already have your week planned out just going through the book. So that's what I have for you all.
Yes, yes, yes. And the podcast is on all podcast distribution platforms.
Just let kids play.
There you go. Let Kids Play. So tap in, y'all. In the description of my video, I have a link to products that you could utilize in the event that you're experiencing painful periods. All right. Hot water bottle. I got a weighted blanket for that extra comfort. Yoga mat. Mugs for your herbal teas. Tumblers for your juice turn up. Y'all click the link in the description of this video and check out the products. As well as I have a link to my M to the Third Degree Healing Empowerment Guide. Y'all, that guide is absolutely free. And what it does is it breaks down each phase of your cycle. There's 4 different phases of your cycle. And within each phase of the cycle, I give you mindset activities. I give you mindful eating recipes and meals. And then I also give you movement exercises that are ideal for each for free right now. To get it, as well as herbal teas that you could also be drinking in order to align with what your body is going through in that phase. So make sure you get it right now. It is absolutely free. The M to the Third Degree Healing Empowerment Guide in the description of the video. It also comes with videos to tell you about the different sections that you're exploring within that guide. And if
y'all
you
think hurry up and get this for free, because I'm gonna talk offline about why this is free. Y'all better hurry up and get this.
Because it definitely is not going to be free for long, but definitely get that guide. I want to be able to help you out because some people say I've tried everything, and I don't think you've tried every single thing. So make sure you're showing up for your body during the phases that your body is going through in the best way possible. And then if you think you're ready for a healthy habits and lifestyle coach, there is a quick questionnaire for you to click and figure out and see if you're truly ready to start embracing healthy habits and lifestyle changes. So go ahead. Explore the links in the description, but don't forget to make sure you are following the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast on all podcast distribution platforms. And if you like listening to podcasts, make sure you follow and leave a rating on Apple or Spotify in regards to the podcast. And if you know a stay-at-home mom or somebody with kids that need engaging activities, or you know somebody who has period pain and they're having a hard time losing the weight, send them our YouTube video so they can click the link in the description and be able to get this value that we have for our brands. All right.
Just share it with 3 friends. Anyway, share it with 3 friends and let them decide what they need, because they may not tell you. Just share it with 3 people. Okay.
They don't even have to listen to the whole episode to get all the value that's in the description of the video. But we do ask that you like it and you get your click on, because we're here to serve you. Y'all, it has been an absolute vibe. Thank y'all for coming back to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday. Naida, thank you for being a special guest on tonight's episode. Very much so appreciated. And y'all, thank you for all tuning in to the Herbal Tea Thursday Wellness Wednesday. No, Wellness Live series. There you go. Wellness Live series here. And y'all give Shireen some love too. Her information is in the description of my video. And hopefully we'll see her back next week. Y'all, it's been easy. Thanks for vibing with us, y'all.
Bye.